What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast, a video game show where we talk about the games we love, the games we hate, and everything in between. I am one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined across the table by my co-host, Rachel Mogan.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno to you as well. How are you this fine day?
I'm standing today.
I see that.
Yeah,
Changing
so
it up from the normal
people
sitting.
are like, your height looks exactly the same. I'm short, bitch.
I actually
Shut
do
up.
think it doesn't change. I don't
It
think
really doesn't change. I think my head is at exactly the same level, whether I'm in the chair or standing. So, and I'm even... That's sad. I'm wearing my taller shoes today, my platform sandals. So if I weren't, I'd actually be more like down here. I would actually probably be shorter. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing.
But you're standing today.
That's what I'm standing today.
Just changing it up
just
a little
for
bit.
fun.
Yeah.
I've been sitting all day, and now I'm like, I gotta stretch my leggies.
I unfortunately couldn't stand, else I'd be out of the frame of the video.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Wouldn't work. I have to remember the few times we had to do it before the
Yeah,
past, and I had to hold the microphone and lean over the table. How do you do, fellow gamers?
That was before we had the arms.
Yeah,
I remember those
we
days.
just had the platforms, and oh man, that was not very the best way to go
wasn't the
about
best.
it. But
it's your own fault. You should have just gotten one of those
fault.
kneeling stools that they have in churches, I guess.
A pew, or
a pew. There we go.
Or the benches that fold down for Catholic masses for kneeling on and stuff.
You need that. That's what I was getting for, getting at the Catholic.
It's the DLC for the normal pew. You have to add. It's the add-on.
I see.
It's the microtransactions.
I haven't been to that many Catholic masses, but that is very interesting to know.
Since marrying or being in a relationship with Sam, but the number of Catholic masses I've gone to has ticked up quite a bit.
No kidding. Is
Yeah.
Sam Catholic?
She was raised Catholic, yeah.
So was my dad, so I should probably know
We're
more
not
about that.
normally, but obviously, we're not practicing or anything like that.
How dare you?
I guess I shouldn't say obviously.
Obviously
we're
not
heathens.
Catholic. Well, it is obvious in your case. You played the game Blasphemous.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to.
No, I would not have been able to fully
practicing
understand it.
Catholic.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
makes sense.
So.
It all checks out.
Well, if you'd like to hear a little bit more on our religious backgrounds, well, you can get that here at Team Chat Podcast, where new episodes come out weekly on Thursday mornings, and you can listen to those on podcast services around the World Wide Web, as well as watch a video version of each episode over on our YouTube channel. Links for all that are in the description below. You can find us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also join our Discord server. And if you want to help to make the show bigger and better as well, guess what? You can do that by heading over to patreon.com/teamchatpodcast, just like our patrons Super Saiyan Ace, Elise F, Zach S, Mariah S, Susan M, James K, Ben W, Michael B, Andrew M, Michael S, and Brandon W have done. They've gone over there for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show, and in return, we'll give you cool perks like getting the episodes early before their general Thursday release, access to a private channel on our Discord server, the Rogues Gallery, as well as some extra goodies along the way, like custom emotes for our patrons and Twitch subscribers over on either one of those platforms.
Has struck our cows, my lord.
Has stricken our cows, my lord. That was way more embellished than how the old scribe in 2001 Stronghold says it, but
I kind of don't think the scribe had it quite like that.
It inspired one of our emotes, so you should check it out by becoming a patron and getting to see those cool custom emotes. But if you can't do that, that's no big deal. We totally understand, and there are a lot of great ways that you can help support the show, such as telling your friends, writing us reviews, and giving us that ever so important like and subscribe wherever you're listening to or watching the show.
Subscribe, please.
Subscribe, please.
Hit that
Smash that like and subscribe
Smash
button.
It.
But a big thank you to each and every one of our listeners, viewers, and patrons alike. We love you all. Heart emojis.
Heart emoji. Ciao.
But you know what, Mogan? We did an episode when we came back from our little unplanned hiatus.
Yeah.
We came back and we did an episode where we ranked the hottest dudes
so fun.
of video games. It was such a fun topic.
Such a fun time.
Can't wait to do it with the ladies. It's going to be a great time as well. But because of that, and we're here again recording now, but it's been a minute since we've kind of recorded like one of our normal episodes, and a lot
happened
lot
during that space that we were not actively recording.
Yes.
Luckily, it was all still pretty recent, so now's like a good time to talk about it.
Yeah.
But basically, everything that wasn't technically E3 happened in the past 2 to 3 weeks.
Which we still have the Nintendo one coming up next week,
The Nintendo one,
right?
I think, is coming up next week. I'm still not entirely sure if they finalized the date, but it is rumored at least to be Wednesday, I think June 29th.
Cool. So we'll still have to do an update for that.
That's when we can maybe expect a Nintendo Direct, which is, you know, they've always done Nintendo Directs at, not always, in the past few years, they've done Nintendo Directs at E3. So that's pretty par for the course for them at this point. But yeah, so So we've already had an Xbox showcase, a Sony showcase, Summer Games Fest, and as part of that, Devolver Digital.
Yeah,
Devolver Digital
So
showcase.
a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff
came out.
in that
And
space.
so we want to talk about those showcases and talk about what some of our favorite reveals or more information we got on some previously revealed games. Because, there's a lot to look forward to, which honestly, I kind of feel like I've been really sucked up in Horizon right now. Still.
I've actually taken a bit of a break from Horizon.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's right. You've been playing something new.
I don't think I've played at all in possibly a month at this point. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
So I think I did that Breath of the Wild thing where I kind of burned myself out on it.
Well, I mean, because you've done like how many hours in it?
I think I'm at or possibly over 100 at this point. Damn. So I have put in considerable time. I'm at like 62, 63. A mere child.
I know, for real. And I was like, man, I'm doing good. And I feel like I'm progressing along in the story pretty well. And then I went and looked at my stats. 39% game completion. And I was
oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I'm not sure that I'm that far ahead of you in terms of actual story completion.
I've pushed the story quite far now.
I think... Oh, so it's a percentage of total game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm probably about the same. I would be surprised. I may...
In the main story, without too many spoilers, have you made it to the coast?
Yes.
Okay, so I just made it to the coast.
So we're probably about to be at the same story
spot.
beat.
Okay.
Which would be a good point for me to start again.
Yeah.
So when you
so
get
we
to
can get caught back up.
So this is not really a spoiler. If it is, just bleep the next 10 seconds out. When you get to the Ted Pharaoh quest, let me know. And that's where you're at?
That's where I'm at.
Okay. I got to get back on it then.
It's time to get back on that. Because what have you been playing, though, in between?
Oh, actually, a lot of Cozy Grove again.
Oh, nice.
Because, I just did my final review of it, even though I'm technically not done with the main story of the game, but it's a very long game, so that's understandable. But more importantly, I've been playing Death's Door.
Ooh,
so I think the next episode we record is going to be my full Death's Door review, because I am this close to being done, but I really, really want to get 100% completion, and I think I can do it. Like, this is my kind of game, so I'm like, yeah, this is the game where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can get all the achievements, max it out, get the platinum trophy, even though I'm not playing on PlayStation, but it'll be in my heart. It'll be a platinum trophy.
Very nice.
So we'll talk more about that next time.
I'm excited to hear more, because it's one that I've heard a lot of good things
and about. It was a gift from you.
Well, that's true. I want to hear how much you enjoyed my
money
gift.
At work.
But no, it's one that I've heard a lot of good things about, but I'm worried that it's not one that's for me. So I'm excited to hear more about it. But
I'm
I've also heard
to sell
that
you
the,
on it.
That the soundtrack is outstanding,
buddy.
which I'm also excited to hear more about too.
So we are. I'm just letting you know, for producing purposes, we are going to include at least a 30-second clip of one song. We're going
to get some copyright
possibly more.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, so it's going to be worth it. So don't worry about it. We're going to get those light copyright strikes, but it's going to be worth it, everyone.
Usually whenever we get one of the, it actually hasn't really happened ever.
Yeah, they're not real. They're just
real
like,
they're just like,
you got like lightly dinged.
You shouldn't do that one.
And it's
but
like,
we want to talk about soundtracks, damn it.
We're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
You can't stop us. Plus,
man.
our channel isn't monetized anyways.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
What are they going to do?
Fucking
Cancel
nothing.
us?
We have all the power.
We'll just start a new show, Team Chat Podcast 2.0. They can't stop us. They can't keep us down.
It'll be Team Chat Podcast. Or Team 2 Podcast. That's probably a better name.
There we go.
Yeah, ignore that first name.
No one steal it. It's ours.
Yeah, we're copyright.
But I've actually been playing. I kind of did the same thing where like been playing a lot of Horizon. I was like, okay, I need to get through the story. I need to finish this, or I'm gonna be playing this game for the next year.
Which
so
is
I
very
did
possible.
Kind of like push myself through on the main story, but then I did take a break, little sidestep, because I did finally buy the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga Complete Edition.
You absolute fool.
I know
you love it though.
Like, I can definitely already tell. It's the game that I need when I really do just want something that's not. I want something fast that's not going to be Apex, Halo, or and it like fills that nice middle ground.
It's a palate cleanser.
Because it's really nice. I could tell it's not one that I'm going to necessarily want to sit and play for hours because it is, from what I have played, like it's simplistic in what the game is and everything. Like it's a lot of just kind of going around doing the same thing, going A to B, collecting studs, which that is where the fun is. But it's one of those things too. I could be like, okay, but this doesn't hold me for hours, even though I enjoy it in the time that I'm playing it. So it's like that perfect thing where like I have 30 minutes. I don't want to play one good game of Apex if I luck out and get a good game of Apex, and I don't want to get halfway through a mission in Horizon
and then have to stop.
When
you've got at least another hour.
I'm just gonna like mindlessly collect some studs in Lego Star Wars, and it's fantastic.
That's exactly the same reason that I had circled back to Cozy Grove. I needed that, like, I've got 1 hour.
Yeah.
What game can I play that I can make actual progress and not really think about it?
Yep.
And then when I'm done, I'm just done.
Yeah.
And Cozy Grove fits that bill perfectly. So we've both got our like middle ground palate cleanser games going on right now.
It's great. So been doing a lot of time with that, but also have been putting in the hours in Apex and all that stuff. Let's not confuse ourselves here.
You and Cody.
I know Cody and I have been playing a lot.
I see who your real friends are.
Well, he texts me and asks if I want to play games.
I mean, I don't play Apex.
No, I know.
And I have
we do need to get back into playing
interest.
Splitgate, though.
Yeah, we do.
Because like we jump into that every once in a while, and it's a good solid time.
It's just every time you go back to it, you're like, oh yeah, this game rules.
Yeah. Why did I quit playing it?
They added a bunch of new stuff to Fall Guys.
That's right,
so
and it's free to play now.
It was I don't know if I missed.
No, we got it for
free.
free because it was PlayStation Plus when it first came out. For like the first month it was out. But all the plebs who didn't have PlayStation Plus.
I never really
which the new
knew
PlayStation
that.
Plus stuff is out now too.
Yeah.
Side note, check it out on your own time. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, Fall Guys now is completely free to play and on the Switch.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. So anyways, Fall Guys is awesome. And if you haven't gotten to play it yet, please do. What a fun game.
That's also a good one.
Yeah.
That's like fun to pick up,
that's the
play
best
through
Friday
2 or
night.
3 before you rage
take
quit.
A couple. Yeah, that too.
Because that's normally my experience with it. I just am like, why is this so hard? And I lose every time. I've still only won the one time.
I don't care about winning, Jerrett.
You won the very first time you ever played the game.
I won the first time and never again. That was it, baby.
Alrighty, well, let's jump into these showcases and see what is up and what we are excited about from all of these different things. Let's start off with the Xbox.
Oh, no, I had the Sony one pulled up. Now I'm not ready.
I almost started going off that. What's the full name of Johann Sebastian Bach? Is that what it was? I was trying to go off of that, but then I completely blanked on the composer. Damn it!
Oh, that would have been a funny joke, though. You want to try again?
Yeah, everyone reverse it. Don't hear it. It's the Xbox Sebastian. I can't do it now. It's not natural.
It's the Johann Sebastian Bach.
Xbox.
Never mind. It's too hard
to make it work naturally.
Forget it.
But so we'll take a look here at the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. Obviously, the big heavy hitter here is Starfield.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and say this is obviously the one that I cared the least about from a high level.
Yeah.
With one specific exception. But I know that people are really jazzed about Starfield. Kirok's really jazzed because this is the new Bethesda IP. Mm-hmm. And obviously people that love, Fallout, your Skyrims, this is in theory going to be that kind of game, but in space and whatever, with stars and, travel and whatnot. So I can understand the appeal. I just already know that this is not the game for me.
Same.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it too. Like, I just see it, and I know that Todd Howard's using like the selling point of thousands of planets for you to explore. That to me is like, oh no, thank you.
Also,
I will just completely always feel this feeling of never being done.
Yeah.
And not in a good way, I don't think.
And I'm not gonna lie, in the back of my mind, I'm like, No Man's Sky has already done that. And sure, it had a rough launch, but it's now like an incredible game.
It's like the tentpole space exploration game.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it. So it's like, why do we need Starfield?
Right, which is then also very funny when you see the comparison videos.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should.
Are they
There's
funny?
Yes, people have put together gameplay comparisons from the the new Starfield gameplay trailer and No Man's Sky gameplay, and it mirrors pretty close.
Oh,
I mean, not saying it's like
Hello Games has got to be like, you fucker.
I'm not saying it's the same thing of here's my homework, change it a little bit,
Well, it's kind of the same argument of Breath of the Wild borrowed very heavily from the mechanics of Skyrim.
Oh, for sure.
So the games do this all the time.
Right.
So it's
but
not
I think, but it's also
crazy.
they do seem at their core to be very similar. So I'm interested to see what is going to be the thing that really sets it apart. I feel like maybe what it could be is graphically, it does have a more realistic feel than No Man's Sky does.
Which honestly, not a selling point for me.
Yeah.
not
I kind of like that.
I'm interested in.
Like, I don't mind the stuff that take more of a creative lens with like their world and the artwork and stuff like that. But I also do enjoy the games that make me feel like this is a reality I could experience kind of a way in its look and everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, but we have such differing opinions on what
but
we
like,
want in our video game
it really
worlds.
is true though, but that's what makes this so great, you know?
It is, yeah.
But like, that's kind of how I look at Starfield. I know that people are looking at this and seeing this endless amount of exploration and opportunity out there and unknown and, you know, random things that are going to happen to me while I'm out here exploring the universe. That's exciting to me. And to me, that I'm just like, that's too unguided for what I'm looking for.
And just a gentle reminder to everyone that maybe has forgotten the sins of the past: don't buy this game at launch.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm warning you right now.
Well, and also, I don't have a good track record. I know you really enjoy Bethesda games like Dishonored and things like that. But I know they're they're separate.
Arcane.
That's Arcane, right?
So Bethesda was the publisher, but Arcane Studios made those games, which is why Dishonored is good and some of the other stuff is horse apples.
And like this one, obviously, is Bethesda Game Studios.
Yes.
But like Bethesda Game Studio games do not have a great track record with hitting for me.
I mean, and no, not just for not hitting with you, but for being so broken, it's not even
Fallout
funny.
76 comes to mind.
Fallout 76, and what was the one before that that also was really shitty?
Fallout 4, probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I just feel like Bethesda's really been dropping the ball lately, and not in a way that's like humorous or like, oh, haha, you can laugh it off. Like, they're broken.
Yeah.
So don't buy this game at launch.
Let's see what it does.
Give it a couple of months. See how they do with it, and then if it turns out to be awesome, great. Get in there, champ. But learn from the original launch of No Man's Sky and the original launches of the previous two most recent Bethesda games. Don't expect perfection or even close to it at launch, because it will not be there.
But talking about Arcane, are you excited at all about Redfall, which is the cooperative first-person like vampire hunting game that Arcane's making, being made here in Arcane Austin?
I know.
That's very
so
exciting.
That's the thing. Not on. I feel like my feelings on this game are somehow colored by Vampire, a game that we both love, but had zero expectations for. So we both went into it with like, we heard this game was pretty bad, and then we had an amazing experience.
Love
and we're like,
Vampire.
This game rules.
Give me Vampire 2.
So I'm not that into vampires as a theme,
right?
But because it's Arcane, I'm like, well,
Pretty
I do love their games.
Yeah.
So I will say that I'm tentatively interested in Redfall. I think I'm going to have to see more about it and really learn more about what it's going to be delivering, but I do really want to support Arcane. They have historically made 2 games that I've greatly loved, and Deathloop was apparently really, really good, and I just never played it.
And I feel like you'd get into Prey. We played the demo,
yeah, we
but
did
like
play,
which we really enjoyed the demo, but I feel like you'd enjoy Prey too.
So I like Arcane a lot. They tend to make really good games. I am interested in this one, but I'm going to wait and see.
Other ones we got in this one are Pentiment from Obsidian Studios. That looked like I love its art style because it looks like it's a medieval tapestry come to life.
Yeah.
I really liked it, but the game itself didn't really sell me on anything.
Me neither.
The trailer, I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I see you. I like what you're doing, but it's not hitting for me. Kind of the same way with As Dusk Falls. Like that one, it looks like it's trying to be another Life is Strange with like this more of of this like more, I don't know, just a narrative that fits in that vein.
I forgot
but
about As Dusk Falls, so I'm going to have to look that one up real quick.
Its art style is just also another one, a big miss for me. Because it's very like lifelike in its...
Oh, it's like hyper realistic.
Yeah, but how the animation style is it's like a series of freeze frames. It's like stop motion in a sense, but each transition to the next frame of movement is like a quick dissolve. So it's very like... a lot of like blurred and static motion. It looks, I don't know. It doesn't look like, it looks like it would get very old very fast.
I must have had to look away when this one was on the screen or something. Maybe something at work happened, because actually this doesn't look familiar. So I must have missed that.
Just watch here. Let me pull this up really quick just so we can like, And
I mean, I feel like from the images I just saw, I get the gist. So let's
we're not
see
gonna
if
like
it's-
watch this really.
No,
I just want to just
wanna
show you
take
just
a
like what
look
I'm
at it.
talking about and just how this. Oh, of course,
You
it's
have to
gonna
enter
ask
your
me
date
for
of
my.
birth.
Okay.
Don't dox Jerrett, everybody.
No, I'm not showing him this. There.
You were not born in 2004, you liar.
It sounded like Zach.
Miss that guy.
I know, right?
R.I.P. in peace.
See, like it's got some things that look more like this, but then look how it's like these. Everything's just like this, like fading, dissolving, appearing, but mixed with more
Yeah.
solid motion. Like this just looks like that's gonna get old visually.
I hate this. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Also, and this
So-
is also my problem with Life is Strange 2. Zero interest in settings that are like this in kind of
Just
like
desert.
the desert west. Not interested.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not interested in Red Dead Redemption. Didn't like Life is Strange 2. This falls into the same category. Hard pass. That's going to be my first hard pass.
Hard pass of the day.
Yeah. Redfall is a maybe
Is a
pass.
maybe pass.
Yeah, it's a maybe
Maybe
pass.
pass, maybe stay.
And then Starfield is like soft pass, just not interested.
Sure. Let's see what else we got. Minecraft Legends. No, we're not really
Hard
Minecraft
pass.
people. Yeah. There is another game, Ara History Untold, that looks to be a somewhat of a real time Civ builder, which I'm a very big fan of. So I'll probably be checking that out at some point.
No, soft pass.
Sure. New Sea of Thieves content. A game called
Soft pass.
Naraka Blade Point. That one didn't really grab my attention much.
I was a little interested in that one, but not that much. I was like, oh, that looks kind of neat. And then my brain just went elsewhere.
The one that really, and then there were just other updates with games that they already have out, like like continued live content offerings and stuff like that. But the one that like I watched this trailer and I was like, okay, this I'm really into, was Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. You like play as this character. It looks like a big like high fantasy game and everything. You have like this Finnick Fox-esque spiritual
With like creepy
companion.
tentacles coming out of its mouth.
Yeah,
I
but
do
it's
like that.
it looks like a strong mix of like melee and some ranged combat. It kind of, honestly, looking from the gameplay, kind of gives me a feel of like God of War, like the new God of War / Cana vibes a little bit here. Yeah, they really want to make sure you don't see a little too much violence.
Jeez. What am I, a child?
But yeah, so this one looks pretty fun. Just looks like it's going to have some really solid action and everything. And just, let me see.
Oh, it's like this is the Civil War, maybe the Revolutionary War?
Something like that, yeah. But it's like all, oh no, that's Nightingale or Nightingale or
maybe
something
I'm
like that.
confused.
But this one, it just looks like, third-person combat. It just looks like a really interesting, got some like big boss battles happening
It
here.
looks very pretty.
It does.
This is
And
a
it just looks
good-looking
like a
game.
really fun high fantasy adventure. So I'm very on board with that.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give that a maybe.
All right.
That's a maybe pass.
All righty.
I'm not fully sold, but that looks promising.
Right? It looks pretty
promising.
good. All right. So that one looked pretty fun to me. What else do we have
The
here?
only
think
one
we
that I
had
care about. Let's just skip down to
okay.
it.
Yeah, let's jump to it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to cover. Let's skip down to it.
Hollow Knight Silk
There it
Song.
is.
I mean, so I barely don't. I really don't even want to count this one as like a reveal because it wasn't.
Right, we knew it was coming.
We already know that this game is coming. So it's really just a matter of when. When, Team Cherry? When are you going to release the game?
Right.
So all I know is that they put out more information about the game, more gameplay footage. Everybody is super hype about it, myself included. It's going to be game of the year no matter what for me. 10 out of 10 would play again. And yeah, I'm very excited, and it's the only game I care about. So Hollow Knight Silk Song. Everybody get hype.
It looks impressive. Like, again, like I tried.
Amazing.
I gave Hollow Knight a fair shake.
I know you
And it was very difficult, and I had to eventually be like, not for me.
I understand.
But, and watching this trailer for Silk Song and seeing Hornet dashing around in all of the different, like, my hat
It looks,
is off to you because,
it
like,
looks
dear God, that looks like it's going to be.
more challenging.
Yeah,
So
it looks like you're going to have
I'm-
to learn some fucking movement.
I'm nervous.
You should be.
I'm a little
I
nervous.
think the path of pain is going to be a little bit harder in this one.
Maybe they're gonna like flip it on its head though and be like the path of pleasure, and it's just like a walk in the park, and you get to like eat candy and stuff. That would be amazing. Plus, Hornet is a princess. She deserves to have fun. The path of the princess, of course. The
princess path.
The princess path.
The Princess Peach path.
No, this is a real princess.
But no, yeah, Silk Song did look pretty good, and I know another big selling point for us on both on that one, getting another great soundtrack.
Oh, Christopher Larkin,
so
please
that's gonna be...
give us the soundtrack. If they come out with a collector's edition that includes the soundtrack, oh baby, am I purchasing that immediately?
Nice. You should,
yeah,
because you got to get those extra.
Gotta get those extra goodies.
But outside of Hollow Knight, Silk Song, I think those are really the bigger ones that we were excited for out of the Xbox One.
Yeah.
The only other one, because I feel like it's been around forever, and I'm very curious to see what it is. I know Brandon's looking forward to play it, but Scorn, which basically looks like Doom Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, no thank you.
It looks terrifying. It looks horrifying.
It's a hard pass.
It looks gross.
It looks gross. That's a hard pass.
We also still got more information on another trailer on A Plague Tale Requiem.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I still really want to play Plague
Tale.
Tale.
We should play that game.
Like, I feel like that's going to hit the same way for us as Vampire.
I feel like it's going to feel like Vampire, or
I think it's going to be a mix of Vampire Dishonored.
I was thinking that it's going to be a mix of Vampire and
I really know
Senua.
nothing about. Ooh.
For some reason, it gives me strong Senua vibes.
Yes.
So,
I really know nothing about the game.
I know that there's rats.
A plague.
And a plague.
And you're a brother and sister trying to escape it all.
That makes sense with the Dishonored link because
the
of
rats.
the rats.
And I know I know it's
before.
like the rat swarm. That's more what I was like going with the connection there.
Players who play black in Magic the Gathering, am I right? Fellow nerds.
I guess.
I play one swamp and I tap it to play Soul Ring. First turn one ramp, I'm gonna win. Anyways, move on. That's all I know about Magic the Gathering.
I know, man. That's another thing we need to get back into. It's been a while since we've played a few hands of that.
I've been playing. You have.
I know. I've fallen
But
off
also,
pretty bad.
it takes hours.
It does.
And
And
every
I've got
time it's
so many
like,
other games that we're playing.
and every time it's like, okay, we're gonna play for 4 hours, and then for me personally, it's like, great, 4 hours to get brutally crushed in the end.
Oh, that's why I know. Like, I know I'm just gonna get destroyed every time we
boy.
try.
It is fun though. But
It is a
anyway,
good time.
so Plague Tale Requiem, I am both excited for the sequel, and it is a reminder that I still need to go back and play the first one. Like, that's a game that I actually can see myself circling back to.
Yeah.
Much like we did. What if we make that our Halloween game this year?
Ooh, see, I agree that would be a good choice, but I also think The Quarry could be a good choice.
Oh.
That's the one that's...
It do have Brenda Song in it.
Yeah.
Which is, that's
Justice Smith.
It's a big selling
Who
point.
else
I don't know
in
who
it?
that is.
Ariel Winter from Modern Family.
Oh, yeah.
Justice Smith is Detective Pikachu kid.
I didn't see
You didn't see that?
You think I saw
I saw
Detective
that.
Pikachu? I'm an adult. I don't know who that
I don't know shit about Pokemon, and I saw that.
Oh boy, real Pokemon fans would never go see the movie. I'm just kidding.
And I know Ted Raimi's in it too, so it just looks like it's Until Dawn. It's another same studio that did Until Dawn, that did the Man of Medan Dark Anthology. I think it's their next chapter. That one would be a really fun one.
Probably would
spooky
be really
season
fun.
2.
Maybe we should put up a poll and ask people.
We should.
Yeah. All right. Those
Give
are
us
our
your
two
votes
options.
over in the old Discord for our spookies.
Or Requiem, a Plague or
Plague
Plague Tale.
Innocence? Plague Tale Innocence.
Yes, a Plague Tale Innocence. You're right.
Well, let's move along to the Summer Game Fest showcase.
This was more my jam.
Same.
This
Like
is more
even
my
the Sony
speed.
one that we're going to hit on a little bit later. Like there was really only one or two things there that I was super excited about.
But Summer
Game Fest had the goodies.
Had some good stuff.
Yes.
This is where the action really was.
So running down this list, let's start off with the really cool one that was spoiled earlier in the day of the event, but was then later confirmed in the showcase, that The Last of Us remastered, or remake, I guess I should say, for PS5 is coming out in September, which is super exciting that it's so close. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to fit that into my playing schedule for this year.
Good luck,
Another
buddy.
playthrough of The Last of Us. But it was really good too. I think the thing that I was really excited, and it's also coming for it's PS5 and PC. And I think what was really good about this is we finally just got to know what it was going to be. Because we've talked a lot about it in the Discord, and I'd shared some concerns that I'm just like, but what is this? Is it a remake in the sense that it is going to be the graphical upgrade, the mechanics upgrade, things like that? Or are they like going the upgrade remake route of changing the story, doing other things?
Reimagining
it a little bit, yes. And then my question was, why are they doing that? Are they doing that so that the game now lines up a little bit more with the upcoming show, which they also showed off some stills from, which looked good? Or do they just want to, you know, things they want to change? Fortunately, all that was put to bed, that it really is the base story in game. That's not changing, but they are totally rebuilding it like from the ground up with the new graphics, specifically remastered and you know, made rendered to work best with the PS5.
Yeah.
Neil Druckmann came on stage and was even talking about it and saying like, this is what we had in mind when we were making this game and what we wanted it to be, which I know that's PR spin, but it still gets a Last of Us fan like myself excited to see what's different.
Really pulling the George Lucas treatment. Like, we didn't have the technology
now
at the
we've
time,
got the special
but
editions
we do.
and the re-special editions. But yeah, so that's exciting to see. They also gave us a update, but it also, like, they're even changing the character models, upgrading those. Like, they showed off the comparisons of the new Tess model to the old Tess, which looked incredible. They're changing Joel and Ellie's looks to match part 2 a little bit better. It looks like it's going to just be a good time all around.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
And they also gave a little bit of updates on the multiplayer game, which has been missing, and which I thought, hey, maybe that's why this is taking so long, because they're going to wrap the new factions, which is what the Last of Us multiplayer mode. They're going to like wrap that into this as well. It actually is not going to be the case. It's going to be its own standard standalone thing, and said like it's apparently going to have a story that's like as big as its own game. So like,
oh wow,
it looks like it's going to be
a game.
I'm thinking it could be something more akin maybe to like The Division almost in a way, where it is like kind of this like co-op, you know, build
like
your squad, urban survival
kind
kind of thing. I could see that being that way. And like the original Factions multiplayer was really fun. I thought it was a really fresh take on a multiplayer game mode and everything like that. So I'm expecting good things from it. So that will be exciting to see.
Another example of not for me, but I understand.
But, yeah.
I get the hype.
Totally.
Congration.
Thank you.
They done it.
They did do it. So what's one from this one that you were excited about?
Show me the list real quick, because I feel like every time I don't look at the list.
Sure.
Oh, so Street Fighter 6 does look kind of cool, but I've never been a Street Fighter fan.
Yeah, we tried Street Fighter 5 and it really wasn't our...
by not a fan, what we mean is we had fun playing it because it was us, but we hated the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick it up and play it on my own time.
I had a good time, but only because we're BFFs and we were playing a fun game together. Right. Aliens Dark Descent...
Not for me.
Frankly, don't care. Last of Us, blah, blah. Oh,
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol.
This
we
looks
probably
good.
should talk about this one. So I'm really on the fence about this game because on the one hand, it's the spiritual successor to Dead Space, right?
Right. Creators of Dead Space are working on this game.
The creators of Dead Space are working on this game, even though Dead Space 4 is coming out, but under another
and
team.
a remaster
so it's like,
of Dead Space.
So it's like, ooh, okay, so it really got the story of seasons treatment. But anyways, Callisto Protocol, I totally get it. It looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks super creepy.
I mean,
it looks like some of the best sci-fi horror you're probably gonna get.
We're eating space sci-fi fans are eating good right now.
They really are. Like, it is space sci-fi's time.
Yeah. So hot right now.
It is so hot right now.
So hot right
so
now.
hot right now. So I totally get it. I really am not sure that I will play this game. Frankly, I might be too much of a baby. I might be a little too much of a wuss to play this game.
I really want to play it because I really enjoy Dead Space, and watching this gameplay of it, it looks like Dead Space.
It looks screw.
Let's not, you know, it does look and has that same feel of Dead Space, even with like, and everything with, I thought even how some of the enemies handled, like being shot at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think if they can make it its own separate thing, or maybe like, who knows if it has like a tie-in in some way. I would doubt it to the other Dead Space games, but still, like, set it on its own and just like having this new fresh story, which it looks gory, it looks terrifying, but I played the first Dead Space being like, I know this is gonna be scary, but it was scary.
See,
it was terrifying.
I'm sure I've said this many times on this show that like I love horror games.
Yeah.
I'm a horror fan. I like horror films. but very specific niches that live within horror. And some stuff is just a little bit outside of my range.
Yeah.
I don't have the range.
Until Dawn was also another one that was terrifying for me.
Oh, really? Come on, Jerrett.
I thought it was. Have you played it?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's got scary at times. But no,
so
this
is a
one looks
game-
like it's going to be just chock full of jump scares.
Obviously, very different setting, very different vibe, but I get the same sense of like, this is probably as or scarier than games like Amnesia and Outlast.
Yes. Oh my
this
God.
is
Outlast.
like that
I could
level
not
of
do
scary,
Outlast.
and I'm like, ooh, that might be a little. I'm a little bit. I don't know about that.
Did you try Outlast ever?
Yeah, I did.
I
and
could
I was
not
like,
do it.
no.
It was, I think
I'm
I
outta
made
here.
it 30 minutes, and I was like, no, I cannot do this.
Oh,
This
boy.
is just way
yeah,
too scary.
It's a good game, but
Terrifying.
too much.
It does it too well.
Call of Duty, don't care. Keep going.
This I was excited about.
Oh,
It looks
come
fun.
on.
No, I'm excited about it because I really love the original Modern Warfare storyline of games. So getting this again and like, you know, this is what I was talking about. Like I didn't know if Last of Us was going to get this treatment. It's calling it's The Last of Us. This is calling it's Modern Warfare 2. There's already been a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
It like is similar. Same characters, similar situations, but it's different.
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid they were going to do with Last of Us. And I was like, but why do we need that? Because then we have Last of Us Part 1 original, Last of Us Part 1 remake, and then the Last of Us TV show. Why do we need 3 different interpretations of the same story?
I mean, that's my opinion on this new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So I still feel like this is unnecessary.
Sure.
The world does not need this.
New Layers of Fear.
Oh, this is actually a horror game that I was like, yes,
Yeah.
this is a me game. So I know that a lot of people like had a very meh reaction to this game, but when I saw this trailer, I was like, yes,
Let's do it.
I like everything about this. So it's basically like a psychological horror game, and it's very much, it's like that creeping horror,
Yeah.
which is what I like. It's not the jump scare horror. It's not the I'm being pursued horror. It's like, oh,
Because you
man.
really like the Vanishing of Ethan Carter
It's
kind of
more like
stuff,
mystery
Lovecraft.
horror, which I love.
Right.
So this very much like gives me those vibes. So I'm
Sure.
like, yeah, this is a me game. I'm excited about this one. And I think did it have a firm release date? I feel like this is one of the ones that was like coming out sooner.
Oh, no, because it says they've just confirmed it's working on
Oh, never
it.
mind.
So it'll be a bit.
Well, keep moving on.
Marvel's Midnight Suns, cool.
Don't care.
Yeah, don't really care. Gotham Knights, same
Don't
thing.
care.
Don't really care. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. I've been hearing the Triple XP guys talking about it.
I know that they're
They're
jazzed about
yeah, they're
this.
so excited about this game. As like being a throwback retro, like side-scrolling beat 'em up. Yeah, it looks like a ton
It
of
looks
fun.
really fun, but I can say, having recently had to play Streets of Rage 4 for mobile, the port, for a review, great game. I totally get the appeal. This is not my kind of
That
game.
style of game.
So
I mean, it's a good
it
throwback
looks
to the old
so
arcade
fun.
games.
I feel like if I were co-op couching it with somebody and like playing it together, it would be a lot more fun.
Right.
But as a solo player, I was like, this is not for me. I 100% understand, but this is a soft pass for me.
Sure.
Also, I don't like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Also, I just hate the subject
Don't
material.
tell people.
We got to see a little bit more about the custom creator
This
for your
one
character
was-
for Saints Row.
This
which
one was weird.
it was weird.
Like-
that
like
that
not
was the
the-
selling point.
Yeah, not the
right here.
game, the trailer.
Yeah.
Because all they basically did with this trailer was be like, this is the character creation engine. It's like,
Which,
okay.
granted, this wasn't the first thing we'd ever heard of the
They
game,
did
and it
have
wasn't
to blur out some genitals, which was excellent.
which means
10 out of 10.
Which
for
was
that.
funny. Like in Cyberpunk, you just see it. You see the genitals. You see the peen. You see the boobs. You see it all.
No, I mean like
But in this
they had
one,
to blur it for the trailer.
no. But like in Saints Row, even in Saints Row 3, they blur it. It's
Oh, do
pixelated
they?
in game.
Oh,
So
never
because it's
mind.
more of a comedic thing in this
Oh,
one.
well.
Because like there's definitely a level in Saints Row 3 where you have to go beat up a bunch of people in a brothel, I want to say, and you're naked. Like your character's just naked, and it was great.
You do that in Dishonored also,
Really?
but
I'm
you're
more
not
interested.
naked.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Other people are.
No, I
kind
have
of.
actually played the brothel mission of Dishonored 1. I've got
It's
that far
actually
in
a
that
really
one.
good mission.
It is a good one.
Because it's like, I'm going to leave all of these wonderful working women alone.
Don't
but
touch 'em.
I am going to kill all of their patrons.
Yes.
So on the one hand, I apologize for taking away your livelihood, but on the other hand, these guys are scumbags. So I'm clearing a path
Right.
for better patrons.
No,
That's
absolutely.
how I justified
I'm,
it.
I'm completely behind
and
that.
I electrocuted a man to death.
Oh my!
Yeah, it was fun.
But I did just really think it was an interesting angle to use a platform such as Summer Games Fest to just promote how cool the character creator, which I get for some people, that is a huge selling point. Not so much for me.
No.
But I mean, the Saints Row game, I was pretty much sold on trying out anyway.
Yeah, so good for them.
A little bit more look at Cuphead, Delicious Last Course.
I mean, again, it's not an announcement. It's just like, hey, reminder.
Yeah.
This is this is not a new game to me because I saw the original Annapurna showcase last year.
Well, and technically the game's out already too, because we're a little late getting around to this.
We're a little late to this, but I do care about this game. Yeah. So Neon White. If anybody missed this trailer or has never heard of Neon White, please go look it up. It looks
trippy.
Bonkers. It looks like exactly, not necessarily my kind of game because it's a card-based speedrunner.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's like a combat card-based speedrunner. So you're going through these levels at breakneck speed using cards to basically fight your way through them and like destroy demons and stuff.
Which I've seen gameplay and I still don't understand what's happening.
It looks like it would just explode your brain.
It really does.
Everything about it, I'm like, that's so cool. It's so cool.
And I haven't listened or gone to check, but I would imagine with a game based around speed like that and momentum, it's going to have a bumping soundtrack.
Oh yeah, so I'm very excited about this game. I haven't gotten it yet. I do have to finish a few other games first, but this one's on my list.
Yeah.
Like I want to play this game this year because I feel like for me this might be a Game of the Year contender.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Very fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
Humankind, which is another Civ-esque game.
Don't care.
Let's see. Do we care about any of these?
No.
I don't know if we really care about these. Getting another space horror game here with Fort Solis, which stars Troy Baker and Roger Clark.
This was also a pass for me.
I'm curious about it because which it also had something in the marketing for this one at the end of the trailer, which I was honestly pretty excited that they did. They put the cast names up above the title like it was a movie.
That's kind of fun.
Because especially now with video games, not saying like voice acting is a lesser form of acting, but now that video games are moving into more of it is the full body performance.
They're getting the treatment
and everything like that. Like I think it's great that the actors within are getting their due.
Yeah, are getting their recognition. I can agree with that.
Because like how it's only like now that it feels like you could like name a voice actor to someone you're talking to on the street and they would know. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like I feel like this is a great step forward. It was very cool to see.
Speaking of the voice of Spike Spiegel from the original Cowboy Bebop animated series is one of the voices in Neon White.
Oh,
also the voice of Roger, the voice of Roger from The Big O. Nobody remembers that anime, but I do. I loved that show.
I think we're probably good on this one.
Can we just mention how hilarious the trailer for Goat Simulator 3
made people absolutely think it was Dead Island 2, a dead game that's never going to see the light of day?
This was so funny because it was a double troll. A, they were trolling the Dead Island 2 trailer, so it was totally a ripoff of that. And B, there was no Goat Simulator 2. They skipped,
there wasn't?
There wasn't. No, it's a double troll. So they skipped straight to Goat Simulator 3, and
that's
like,
amazing.
So
I hope next they do like Goat Simulator 6 or something like that. And
they should just keep going.
They just like keep like doubling the number.
They're going to be the first series to get to like 99. Good for them.
I really think that's the rest of this one that really jumped out to us here.
There
so
was some more weird shit.
Yeah, more stuff. Oh, that rhythm-based Doom type game, Metal Hellsinger, that was like set to metal music and everything. That did look pretty cool.
Very excited about that game. Not enough Sabaton representation, which we talked about in the Discord with Brandon. He understands. I could have used more Sabaton and more Beast in Black. Oh, that would have been such a good choice. But we can't have everything we want in life, I guess. I am very jazzed about this game. Because of mobile gaming, I've been way more into rhythm games than ever before in my life. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I might actually be able to do this one. So I'm excited about this.
Very nice.
But again, not technically a reveal. We already knew about this.
Oh, see, I hadn't heard of that one.
It was debuted. I also want to say last year at something, but it was like a really early preview. But I knew about Metal Hellsinger already, so I don't. Maybe it was at that Annapurna publisher thing.
Might have been.
Anyways, moving right along.
Moving on, let's jump to the Sony showcase or Sony State of Play. Again, not really a whole lot here that really stood out to me or grabbed my attention, other than the fact that we are getting a confirmation of the Resident Evil 4 remake that is coming to the PS5 next year. The other big thing is that they showed another trailer showing the gameplay of the Horizon Zero Dawn, or the VR game set in the world of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Pretty cool.
Call of the Mountain, I believe is what it's called, and you play as Reese, or Rias, a different character, not Aloy, and it looks like some of the best VR like that I've seen. Like, I understand that we've been on the fence about VR. I was kind of like, okay, if this is what they're starting to look like, I'm more into it. So far right now, like the biggest thing I would want VR for is Beat Saber. And this is like, okay, I want to play this.
So here's the thing.
Hit me with it.
It do look real cool, but I cannot help but be very resentful in my heart that they bothered to make a Horizon VR game.
I feel like I know where this is going.
And it's not a dating sim. I want to marry Hikaru. And the fact that they managed this incredible game and it's not a dating sim.
How do you know that's not what this game is?
You know it's not a dating sim. So I won't play it on principle.
Okay, I understand. You gotta stand your ground.
Unless the dev team comes out and they're like, by the way, community, this is actually our soft tester for if the hype is there for a dating sim. If that happens, I will buy a VR set and I will buy this game for the end goal of getting the Horizon
and it's
dating
just called
sim.
Dream Hikaru. Take a Dream Hikaru's spin-off of Dream Daddies.
Yeah, oh my God. That's all I want in life. So cool, but you could have been so much more.
But no, I'm still pretty. It looks like a pretty sweet.
I'm not gonna lie.
VR game.
All of the other games in this showcase really kind of either didn't appeal to me or were already featured in something else.
Yeah, we pretty much already knew about a lot of them.
Yeah,
So again, not really a
ton
ton there that like I feel like is that we need to spend.
I think the only thing that
on.
people were really excited about is the Resident Evil 4 remake.
That is
totally
pretty cool.
Get it. Yeah.
And like it spurred a big conversation in the Discord about like the Resident Evil games, stuff like that. Because I've only played 5 and 6, and I didn't even finish 6 because I just got really tired of 6.
Yeah.
But 5, like I really liked, and I've dabbled in 4 because I want to say for some reason they ported it to mobile.
Oh, they've ported it to everything.
Right, and I think I've like dabbled a little bit in the
you can
mobile
play that
version.
game on your Windows 95 XP if you really try.
But I know it's like your brother's favorite game,
Oh,
and
it's his favorite
like
game.
seeing him play it, it's one that I'm like, okay, I know there's a lot of Resident Evil I should play and know, but I feel like that's the one I really need to know.
It's the staple.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and I feel like 2. I feel like Resi 2 and Resi 4 are, when I talk to fans of Resident Evil, those are the 2 games that they single out as like their top favorites. So I understand the hype. I totally get it. I do wish, or I hope, that Leon is still the biggest doofus on planet Earth. I hope they keep all the camp and keep everybody dumb.
Did he get a new haircut? I don't
No, thank God.
All right, there we go.
Don't make him look
Keep
cool.
it the original.
Make him look cool by
That
the
90s
standards
boy
of
band.
2004 when the game came out. I'm not sure if that's the year it came out, but that's my best guess.
All right, well, let's wrap up then
Let's
with
get to the one
Devolver
that I actually
one.
care about. So this is when all of the games were debuted that I was like, oh my God, this is all the shit I actually want in life. Like this Neon White, not Slay the Spire. Why is that? Fears?
Layer of Fear?
Fears for Tears. There it is. Layers of Fear. Like these kind of more indie-esque games, they're really the games that appeal to me these days. So this is not surprising that these are all of the ones that I care about. I'm going to start with some of the lesser ones and then work my way up to the ones that I'm really excited about. I totally get the hype for Skate Story.
Okay.
I have never been a fan of skateboarding games. It's just not my jam.
Skatebird?
Skatebird is so cute, but I only am interested in it because it have cute little burb.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it got burb and borb, which is all I care about.
What do you get? Bird board.
I will say, from a visual perspective, this looks like such a cool game.
Yeah.
So the premise is that you're a demon made out of glass and you're just skating around in like a chill vaporwave, synthwave, demonic paradise.
Hell yeah.
And you're just like pulling off sick tricks. And if you fall,
Again, probably another banger soundtrack.
Probably another banger soundtrack. And when you fall, you like shatter into a million pieces. And it's like, yeah, I get it.
Cool.
I get the appeal. That looks like an awesome game. Not for me, but it do look awesome. This game, I'm probably going to play. The Plucky Squire.
Okay.
This looks so fun. So when the trailer actually started, it really reminded me here. I'm just going to hit play real quick so that you can kind of see this opening act, because I think you'll agree with me. This setting, like this realistic room that they're walking into,
looks like Toy Story.
Much like Life is Strange.
Oh, that too.
Does that look like?
Oh, yeah.
So I got really thrown off because just the style of it and the setting, I was like, oh, is this somehow a Life is Strange game or adjacent to that?
Devolver does Life is Strange.
And
oh, God.
then it takes this hard turn because it goes to a desk and like it kind of goes to a book. Yeah, the Plucky
like
Squire,
a kid's book.
like a storybook.
Sure.
And they open up the book and then it's a hand-drawn 2D adventure that looks like, just like a storybook.
This is exactly up your... Oh, and you even play like it looks like you're on the pages of the book.
In the book.
Oh, man.
This is so fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I am so jazzed about this game. It's not my favorite one from the showcase, but this is like a must play for me.
This actually looks like very fun.
Yeah, Plucky Squire looks like it is absolutely my jam. I think it's coming in 2023, and I cannot wait. So Plucky Squire, 10 out of 10. Card Shark, again, not a reveal. We've actually known about this game, I feel like, for a couple of years now. It does look really fun. So in Card Shark, the goal is you're basically trying to fleece people out of their money by, like, cheating at cards.
Nice.
What a great concept.
Yeah.
Like, don't play real poker. Cheat at cards.
And win, and that's the goal.
Love it. Love the concept. Won't play it, but I do love the concept. The next one was just funny. Again, I'm not going to play this game, but the trailer is hysterical. First of all, the name of the game is Angerfoot.
Does it star angry penguins who do not dance?
No, yeah. And it's just
not
like,
Happy Feet.
It looks like this crazy first-person shooter with like a highly stylized cartoonish design.
Oh, it's
but you just go through like kicking the shit out of stuff.
It's literally first
it's
person.
It's so funny.
It's first person, my friend Pedro.
It really is. Yes. Oh my God, you're
like
so
Hotline
right.
Miami. Holy shit.
Absolutely is.
I will play this.
Yeah, this looks like a you game. But it's called Angerfoot because the first person character that you're being just is furiously kicking stuff.
Too angry to die, only to kick.
It reminded me so much of playing as Zenyatta. And like when you're meleeing with the foot, I was like, so I get the appeal.
Sure.
I don't think this game is for me, but I could not help but laugh watching the trailer. I was like, what is this?
Devolver comes up with some crazy shit.
And then the game that I am the most excited about. So this one's actually coming out really soon. It's coming out August 11th. So
this one
excited.
Looks very fun.
I feel like this and possibly Neon White are like my two more indie game of the year contenders.
Oh, you think this one could be there too?
I feel like this might be up there. So it's Cult of the Lamb.
This one
looks like a cross between Stardew Valley and like the occult.
Yeah.
So you're literally in like the Cult of the Lamb, and it's like really creepy looking and demonic, but then you're also like part of a commune and you're like working towards our savior.
But like the art style also looks like one of those like twisted Cartoon Network shows.
It looks so fun and funny. It looks almost like a life sim.
Or Adult Swim, maybe.
Yeah, or Adult Swim. It's like a life sim sort of game, but with this occult bent to it, and it just looks like it's exactly my kind of game.
It looks good.
Yeah, so I actually downloaded the demo.
Oh, nice.
There was a demo
it yet?
on Steam. I haven't played it yet, but I will try to have that done by when we do the Death's Door review so that I can just give a couple little 2 cents.
Sure.
2 cents at the beginning. But yeah, Cult of the Lamb, The Plucky Squire, Slayer of Fears. What is that game? Layer of Fears.
Layer of Fears. I was like, I'm confused. You lost me again.
Layer of Fears, possibly Redfall.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm forgetting one. Neon White. Those are the games that I was like, okay. Oh, and obviously Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong.
Sure.
Those are the games that I'm like, yes, I am probably going to play all of those, and I'm very excited about them.
The ones that I was like, they're honestly, I gotta say, like, there's stuff that looks cool and that I want to try out. Like Flintlock, I think, is kind of the big one that I was like, ooh, that looks like that could be fun.
Flintlock has my interest.
And there are just other ones. Nothing really this whole time. I kind of honestly feel right now that I personally like the future. There's stuff I want to play, but nothing that I'm like. There's no Horizon Forbidden West out there right now.
Yeah, like all of your
There's God of War
games
Ragnarok, and I
happened
know
earlier
that's
the year.
exciting and that's coming, but still, it's like outside of that, I'm like, what? What's the next one? I'm looking out there, everybody. But so, I mean, good contenders in here for sure.
Yeah.
Lots of different stuff coming up. Lots of good stuff.
We
out
will
there.
have probably more updates, when the Nintendo Direct comes out. That really kind of depends. I feel like what could they possibly reveal that's new?
Yeah.
Because
I
everything
wonder if
that
they'll
I'm
give-
excited about is already known, like Splatoon 3,
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2.
But maybe this is the Metroid 4 or
Don't get your hopes
Breath of the
up.
Wild 2, maybe?
Well,
like
for
maybe
a
something
release
else
date,
for a release date.
maybe
Sure.
we'll finally get a release date. I really hope we do.
I wonder if we'll get one. If we'll get a new release date. I know I completely understand and support why they did delay it, but I
totally
do
get
wonder
it.
if we'll get a new release date for Advance Wars.
Ooh, yeah, good question.
Because
Yeah.
you know, I understand why they did delay it because of the Ukraine-Russia war,
Jeez,
but
yeah, not
which
their
is
fault.
still going on stupidly. But like that's, but yeah, it's kind of like I wonder if they'll announce that at all. But I don't know. We'll have to
Good
see.
question.
But yeah, I know we're potentially gonna see if we can do a live stream watch along with it.
Yeah.
When it airs. The timing just never worked out for any of these other showcases for us. But yeah, so we'll let you guys know if that is going to be something that we wind up doing. If not, we will definitely address it in a future episode.
And
But
we'll
yeah.
probably still be on Discord regardless, chatting
Oh,
about
for
it
sure.
if we're not live
Normally,
streaming it.
if you're not on the Discord with us, we usually, whenever one of these come up in our news channel, we do just do a live chat along with everyone, and it's a ton
Just
of
for
fun.
It's always so
Yeah,
fun.
so fun.
The chat's blowing up.
It's
Just
popping off.
Just popping off.
It's a good old time.
It's a good
so
time.
come hang out with us when we do that. But we will definitely let you all know when that will be happening or in what way.
Cult
but yeah,
of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb.
play the lamb,
Yeah.
obey the lamb,
Obey the Lamb.
pray to the lamb, and not in the Jesus
I'm
way.
gonna get us a real live lamb for the for the
It's just
review.
gonna sit back here. Meh.
We're gonna film the episode like out in your backyard, and we'll just like be praying to the lamb.
We're,
And
we're like in
that'll be the
robes and
whole
stuff. It's like we're doing the what is it? The witch movie.
Yeah, oh my god, we could just put little lamb ears on Fender and be like, this is our lamb.
He already sheds enough to create enough
would
wool.
He really does. We could just make a lamb out of his fur, couldn't we?
Yeah, we really probably could.
Anyways,
Build
so
a
stay
bear,
tuned
build
for
a
that
lamb.
sometime down the line.
All right, everybody. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this recap of some of the news that has been happening lately in the video game world. We're trying to get caught all up, had a lot of thoughts on all this different stuff, and had to share it with all of you. But thanks for hanging out with us, and we will be back next time with another fun and exciting topic. I know we've got a lot of reviews and things coming down because I know we've been a little slow on those, but I know Mogan has that review of Death's Door coming up. It is still in our plan to do Life is Strange True Colors. That is coming up soon. And of course, we also will continue on in our ABCs of Gaming series. So all of that will be coming soon. But until next time, everybody, I'm one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined by my co-host, Rachel Mogan.
Peace out.
We'll see you all next time.